Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
With Robb Flynn.
What up? What up? What up? Podcast party people. Peeps. You know what I'm saying? Peeps. Peepo. Peepo. Keep on turning. I said a peepo. Let me learning. I don't know what the words are. Oh. Keep on running at the higher ground. I don't know why I just started singing that. Because it said, people. Like podcast party, people. Okay, I've milked that joke for about all I can get out of it. That's about all I can get out of it. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to turn this music down. Pretty excited about this guests. My guests today. Two guests. One is Lauren Hart. The other is Logan Mader, ex-Machine Head, ex-Soulfly, once Human fame. I got a new jam with them out. A new jam. It's a neck breaker. It's a banger. Called Deadlock. Deadlock. I'll play it in a second for you. When I'm doing the pre once human tunage. But yeah, we had a good chat, man. Had a good chat. By the time you hear this, I will be camping. I will actually be camping. So I'm going to have my dudes put this up on my socials and on all across the internet. Across the internet. Worldwide internet. The World Wide Web. Yeah, I'm going camp. I just got back from camping, right? And now I'm going camping again because that's how I roll. July, it's all about camping and my birthday. But it's coronavirus. Normally, up until the coronavirus hit and actually until the last tour cycle, I used to do a birthday bash. And that kind of slowed down just because we got busy with touring and then the coronavirus hit and all the clubs closed in the area. So, and they're still not open. Nothing's open yet. No shows happening yet in the Bay Area. But they're coming back. I guess September, October, I see things popping up. I see Testament and Exodus are coming around in November. October, November. Death Angel as well. But, and I think a couple of festivals are coming around. I don't know if I'm going to go, man. I just don't want to be around. I don't want to be around you motherfuckers. I don't. I'm just going to go camping. I'm just going to kick it, man. I've never liked festivals anyway. I don't want to go to a festival. The nearest festival's in Sacramento. It's hella far. It's 2 hours away. Like fucking so many bands, so many stages. I just don't care. I don't. It's hot in Sacramento. It's going to be like 110 degrees probably. But, I might get out to a show. Like a show. That's about as much as that's about my role nowadays. I can go to a show, hang out with my band dudes. 4 bands. That's it. But, yeah. Only plans for the summer is camping. Camping. Kids go back to school like August. So it's like they end school in June. And then we do like a camping trip at the end of June. And then in July. And then fucking next thing you know, it's like, goddamn, it's fucking already back to school. And I'm going to have 2 high schoolers. My oldest is going to be starting driving soon. He's already got his permit. He's got to go through some classes now. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this camping trip. This is our big camping trip that we do. It's kind of east of Shasta and Lake Shasta. And this is It's a week. We're going from Saturday to Saturday. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is it's supposed to be 110 degrees up there every day. What is 110 degrees in Celsius? Yeah, that's 43 Celsius. Am I reading that right? So for all you Europeans who are listening, 43.3 Celsius. Yeah, it's fucking hot. It's going to be brutality. Thank God we're going to be on the lake, but Jesus, it's going to be pretty fucking ripping. Never been there when it's this hot, so we'll see. We might not last the whole trip, but it's going to be like that every day. And we're going through a massive heat wave hitting the West Coast, and the Pacific Northwest is going through all of this crazy heat, and that's where it is. It's about 6 hours north of where I live. So, but dude, this campground is so gorgeous. All these state parks, these state-run campgrounds are the best. They've got huge camping sites, and it's got super pristine, clean bathrooms and showers, and you can get firewood everywhere, and it's fucking paved, and there's a general store, and they got there's the thing that I love about this particular place we go to is that it's got a little Wi-Fi unit, which kind of sucks. It's like 20 feet. And as long as you get there in the morning before all the crummy teenagers get there, then you're good. But man, once those crummy teenagers come around, sucking up all the Wi-Fi, watching fucking TikTok. Yeah. And then you don't got nothing. And I'm just like, that's what I love about this place, though. No cell reception, no internet reception. And this lake, you can park your boat on the lake, but there's no gas on the lake. So I got to pull it out like every 2 days to get gas. And I take it back into town, which is about 20 minutes back into town. So it's a big old to-do. It's kind of like an hour and a half to get the gas and pull it out and fucking go through all that rigmarole. So I go there, and usually when I go there, I'll do a little bit of work, and I'll check, post a couple of pictures, post some shit for the gram. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be fun. It's going to be over. It's not necessarily going to be over my birthday. My birthday's on the 19th. It's on the Monday. Like, it's a Monday. Like, fucking, I probably would have had my party on the Saturday, the 17th. But, like, I'm going to be driving for 6 hours, basically. That's the day we leave. So, I'm probably not doing anything for my birthday. I'm going to start getting ready. Monday's my birthday. I'm going to work out. I'm determined to just wake up and work out. Fucking crush that shit. Go do some fucking hard weights, man, on my birthday. Champion. And then I'll probably have rehearsal that day. We're going to be doing a Burning Red playthrough, album playthrough. I guess I got to start learning those songs. And then the following week, we're doing the Burn My Eyes album playthrough, 27th anniversary. Chris Contos, Logan Mader are going to be here for that. We're going to get a couple extra cameras. I'm going to bring my camera guy out. So, yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up, man. Got some cool stuff coming up. And then the summer's going to be over, just like that. We're going to go camping. I'm going to come back, do the Burning Red thing. Next week, Burn My Eyes. Boom. Kids are back in school. That's it. No more camping. Maybe one more camping trip. I might do one more camping trip kind of locally here. Sometimes we go camping at Berryessa, but I don't know. Berryessa's just been shot lately. Fuck, every time I go there, it's just like, ugh. But in September, it kind of starts to chill down. Not so crazy. People see you got to be a hardcore camper to go in September, because that's when it starts to cool down. That's when, like, kids are back in school. People kind of put this symbolism on ending camping with kids returning to school, which I get, but I'm a hardcore camper, man. So I'll go mid-September. Fuck yeah, I will. And then we'll go wakeboarding into October, because here in California, like right now outside, it's fucking like 60 degrees here. It's July fucking 8th, and it's like 60 degrees outside. Overcast, like Our summer, bizarrely, doesn't really start until August. And then from August to October, it's super hot. Sometimes it'll be like November. It'll be like 100 degrees. It's nuts. But the summer doesn't really kick in until then. It's a weird phenomenon. It used to be phenomena. I just said it like my dad. Phenonema. My dad says phenonema. He doesn't say phenomenon. He says phenonema. I always love that. It's a strange phenomenon, Robert. Phenomenon that starts here in California, where summer don't start till later these days. It'll be like rando 100-degree days, and then super, like last night it was super windy, fucking cold as fuck, 60 degrees. It's like, ugh. I don't want to go outside, not to eat dinner or nothing. Just I'll walk to my car. I'll take the dogs on a walk. Got to put the hoodie on. Anyway, I'm excited about all this stuff coming up. I got my happy hour show tomorrow, and then gonna go on a little break, another camping related happy hour break, and then we'll get back into it and we'll just hit it hard. We'll hit it hard all of August. Anyway, cool guest coming up here. Logan Mader, my ex-guitar player, Lauren from Once Human. We just collaborated on a new song coming out on their new album, Scar Weaver, February, I believe. This is the first single, Deadlock. You gotta say the Deadlock, Deadlock. If you haven't heard it, shit's a banger. Check it out. Whoa. She kills it too. It's a fun collab. We did a video for it. Go check out the video. That's a sick riff right there. It's a hook right there, man. The riff is banging. All this racial division, liars and politicians, verbal magicians, always swarming and twisting us into a Deadlock, Deadlock, a Deadlock, Deadlock. This is their number 2 song on Spotify. This is called Sledgehammer. That's a cool song. Her voice sounds killer in this. This is the number 1 song on Spotify. Eye of Chaos. I think this is off of the first record. They even did a cover of Davidian. Sounds weird all tuned up. Like they're so low normally. But yeah, they did a cover of Davidian. Check this out. Sounds heavy. Nice. Well, there you go, peeps. There you go, people. I'm going to introduce you to the mighty Lauren Hart, Logan Mader of Once Human. Lauren and Logan.
Hello.
How you guys doing? What up?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you guys?
Nice.
Is this
we're doing good.
Is this your pad in Vegas?
Yeah.
We tried our best with the lighting. You've got the great lighting over there.
Yeah, I got it.
We kind of look cloudy.
Yeah. I am a professional, my friends. A professional.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Yeah, you got to get that O-ring light. It does wonders.
We have it. Nothing's working right. Nothing works. Oh, well.
All good. All good.
Goals.
I tell you what, man, the reaction to Deadlock has been fucking awesome. I've had so many people reaching out just like, dude, where'd that come from? Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, man. That's great news. We've been getting really good responses to it as well. And that feels good.
Yeah. Where did that song come from? I know Max wrote a lot of it, right?
Max Karen, our guitar player, he wrote all the music. And then she was working on top lines for it. And then we had the idea that we wanted to try to get you to do a guest vocal on it. And I thought it was a bit of a long shot, but I was like, well, it can't hurt to ask him. So I texted you, and I think it was two days later, you wrote back, let me hear the song. I was like, oh, all right. That's good. That's not bad news. So yeah, then you heard it and you were like, this is fucking awesome. You really liked it and you were feeling it, but you had some arrangement ideas and some creative production changes and stuff that
right.
Ended up was a bit of a shocker at the beginning for them. Immediately as a producer, I was like, this is great. Yes. And there was a little bit of like demo-itis over here.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we sent you the song with I already had a chorus on it, and you sent it back with my chorus kicked off and yours on there. And at first I was like, what the hell? I mean, yours was an immediate hook. Like, I've already told many people, it's so much better than mine. Mine's super forgettable, I think. But I was really attached to it. So I was trying to put it somewhere else in the song and everything. And then I gave up on it. But now when I listen to it, I don't know why I was so attached to that thing. I actually hate it now. So you came in and made the song amazing.
Right on. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I said that to Logan too. I was like, look, I changed a lot. Like, if you hate it all, just throw it away. I'm just throwing a whole different, recipe at you. Yeah,
you really gave it a facelift. And I knew something was up when you were like, can I have the stems? And I was like, okay. Yeah. So you cut it up, changed the global arrangement to where there was 3 choruses and made it more, more like a single kind of in a way. With 3 choruses, it only had 2 before. And your chorus was definitely, was.
And I think
a
you
big
guys
change.
changed it even more after that. Like after you kind of heard like, oh, okay, this is what we can do. You just like threw away that whole section at the end. And I was like, oh, sweet. That's killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of meandered on a bit.
Well, we just cut it down even a little bit more to, like we went there all the way.
Yeah.
Pushed
I
us
was
in
like,
that direction.
oh,
We're like,
great.
okay, let's just commit.
I was like, I wish I would have thought of that. Like, that might have been too much. Like he threw away the whole last part. It's killer. And I tell you, when I heard the final and all the other things that you added to it, Lauren, I was like, fuck, this is a banger. Like, this is really amazing. Like, you really took it to a whole other level with the cool melody in the beginning, the bridge change. That was really excellent stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Larry would be proud, I think.
Larry was actually was telling everyone. He did the live chat for the Deadlock when the premiere.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, I was telling the label, I was telling everyone, screenshot the bad comments, please, because Larry wants to react to them.
Yes.
And literally there's not enough to make a video. Like,
There's no bad comments.
there's no bad. What the hell? What's
Dude,
wrong with the internet, guys? What is wrong with the internet?
It's a really positive reaction. I mean, just
Yeah.
across the board, all the Machine Head socials, everybody was like, holy shit, this is fucking killer.
I was so unprepared for like none, I was like kind of bummed out actually. I'm like, what the hell? No, but it's really good. It's good.
I gotta say,
Really
right before I was going into this, I watched I watched Larry for like an hour. I watched an hour of Larry videos. Fuck, man. It's maybe the ultimate alter ego I think I've ever seen. It's just fucking I watch it, and so much of me like wants to like, because there's so many things that are just like, like I wonder what she sounds like when she's on her period, rain and blood. If I wanted to get screamed at by a girl, I'd just go home. I'm like, I swear to God, it sounds like shit that you've like when you're walking through a club and maybe you walk by some asshole dude in the back and you like just overheard something and you're like, that's the thing that's stuck. And I was like, is that what that is? Am I reading way more into that?
Well, the origin. Tell him about the origin.
Yeah. So basically he was born from reading bad comments. I just found it hilarious. A lot of bad comments I just find really funny, and I would read them all out in that voice. For some reason, it makes it even more funny when you read it out in like that country hillbilly accent.
Well, because Larry's voice, like it's obviously got a voice changer on the app, so it makes it her voice deeper. But there's a full-on character that she does.
Totally.
Like a lot of the character is her real natural voice. So it's
basically my inside voice. I can make my inside voice my outside voice, and I get away with it. I get away with it with him. Yeah,
it's so good. Yeah. I wish I could make my inside voice. All the shit that I want to say for the like, fuck you, motherfuckers. So
Matt, you already are. I feel like you speak your mind like pretty much all the time. You say whatever you want. You don't give a fuck.
No fucking
I have
regrets.
to use a fucking face filter and hillbilly accent.
It's fucking genius though, and like, hey Logan,
hey Logan.
Can you give us for anybody who doesn't? So let me set this up. She puts a face filter on, totally morphs her face, and then Logan's basically the straight man in the comedy skit, essentially. Like he's the Costello to your Abbott, I guess, or whatever it is. But it's like, and then you just rip on him and rip on dudes and rip on just anything. It's pretty fucking hilarious. I'm going to show a clip right now. Just
nice.
So that people know.
Yeah. Hi, Larry.
Hey, Logan, how's it feel playing the Burn My Ass reunion?
It's a burn my eyes.
Oh, shit. I got the wrong damn tickets. I see her wearing a shirt.
Yeah?
Are you okay? I saw all the Machine Head live videos of you up there bouncing around all sweaty and shirtless. I think people didn't know whether to headbang or make it rain. You ever thought about doing a calendar with Doyle?
No.
Hey, Logan, are you fully in Machine Head or is it just the tip? I know you got a new Once Human song coming out.
Yeah?
Why? If I wanted to hear a female screaming, I would just go back to your mom's bedroom. Sorry, man, I know you're sick and all.
Just because I'm wearing a shirt doesn't mean I'm sick.
We'll all send prayers. 1 like equals 1 prayer for Logan's shirt. Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
So Larry just came about because you were like, basically, you're probably, this is how I imagine it, and tell me if I'm wrong. You're on your phone, you're reading shitty comments about the band or a review or something, and you're just like, you start reading them out loud like this fucking this dude. And you're like, imagine, like sometimes I imagine like when the fucking dudes are like, oh, fucking Robb Flynn, this, I just imagine it's like this giant dude eating like a turkey leg, like, oh, here's my giant finger typing shitty shit on the internet.
Exactly.
That's my, if I was going to go to my Larry, that's what my Larry is. So.
Yeah, it comes to life.
Yeah. You know? Yep. And he's it sort of started with the whole comments about women in metal. You know, he can be really misogynistic and get away with it. But, you know, there's less comments nowadays about that. It's changed a lot dramatically, I feel like. People are a lot more accepting these days. So, yeah, Larry has other content now, but that's how it started.
Larry's coming for you, Robb.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I'm sure it is. He came from Logan Hart. God damn. The fucking shirt thing with Logan was so fucking funny. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
He's sick today, as you can tell.
Something matter? You're wearing a shirt. I thought that was great that you brought that up too, just because of the fact that like I used to think the same thing, and every once in a while I bust Logan's balls about it, but like sometimes we'd be playing a festival, it'd be like 45 degrees out, like second song, shirt off. I'm like, dude, it's freezing. Like, what the fuck? I mean, if I had his body, I'd probably be shirtless everywhere I went as well, but I was just like, all right, give it till halfway through the set or something. Just pretend.
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't know whether to headbang or make it rain over here.
Okay. All right. Plug ticket.
I thought it was funny. Somebody was just like, is that Aquaman in the video? You're like, are they talking about Logan? Is Aquaman? Do you remember what I'm talking about? No, I don't get it. This is just the research stuff that I was researching.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the comments one. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. When
I had no idea.
When did you know, I wanted to talk a little, I'll get to you too, Logan, but obviously we have a lot of public history together, and I just wanted to kind of get, I found you, Lauren, to be quite hard to research. I mean, there's just not a lot of stuff out there about your life, and it made me more interested, less interested in talking about, the music, and maybe just more interested in like your origins and, where I know you're obviously from Australia, but like, why you started singing and where that all came from. And
it's funny. I think there's an issue with Wikipedia. So people always comment, they're like, wow, you look really good for like 56, because there's already a Lauren Hart singer who sings for the Flyers or some ball game.
Oh, okay.
And so, people get confused, and they don't, people just like look at the menu photos. They don't like read things. So they see this Lauren Hart singer and they assume it's me, 56 years old.
Okay.
So
right.
I think that there's an issue with stuff online because of that. There's a lot of confusion, and people think that I already exist as this woman. But it's a completely different girl. We're working on trying to fix it, but I don't know how at this point.
I read that your boyfriend was in a band, and then at the end of band practice or something, like they would let you get up and just jam and sing here and there.
Yeah, I was the afterthought. I wanted to scream, real bad. It all started. Well, I started listening to The Great Cat. I wanted to be a guitar player, and she did some screaming. But then when Wages of Sin came out with
The Great Cat, is that
The
what you
Great Cat?
Wow,
yeah.
You're the first person I've ever heard name check The Great Cat as an influence. Holy
yeah, Beethoven on speed is the shit, man.
That's rad. That's awesome.
Yeah. So she did some screaming. I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I always liked. There was a lot of male singers at that time, but then Angela Gusso came out with Wages of Sin, and at first I thought I'm like, God, he sounds amazing. And they told me that's not a guy, that's a girl, and they showed me the photo of her, and I was just like, holy shit, I had no idea that women could do this as well. So ever since then, I would ask him, please, can I like scream? after your band practice, and it was always like, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. And
You're a
finally I
girl.
was able
You're
to
a
do it, and
girl.
I
You
did it
can't do
wrong.
that. What's that?
Yeah, they were just like, you know, and but when I did get to do it, I would do it wrong, and I would, you know, taste blood, and you know, but I thought that was cool because it's like,
Wow. Holy
you know,
shit.
I thought it was cool because it's like, yeah, this is metal, you know, like,
You're supposed to taste blood.
yeah, you know, but yeah, definitely was very wrong. And I continued to scream, but what saved me and saved my voice was I went to a drama class, or a drama university actually, for
Oh,
acting.
cool.
Yeah, and theater. And well, it was mostly theater. So they would teach you how to project from the stage without microphones. So you would have to learn how to speak and breathe right, you know, breathing from down here, not your shoulders. And when you incorporate that into your screaming, it definitely helps. I'm sure, you know, I've seen you warm up, you know how it is.
Yeah,
But it's really important, you know, the breathing techniques.
for sure. That's awesome that you went to like a drama. You say a drama university?
Yeah. So, well, it was.
You were like a drama kid. You were doing like plays and theater and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I did a lot of method acting with Eric Morris in LA as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, he's amazing. So still have yet to really use it. I guess Larry's the only method acting I do.
Hey.
You know what? That's really good method acting right there, because it's funny as fuck.
It's really, method acting is really pretty therapeutic. You know, it's
interesting to me because for a long time, I really wanted to be an actor as a kid. Like I really wanted to be in movies. Like I wanted to be Han Solo, and, you know, I wanted to be in action movies and all this stuff. And, you know, I never took like acting lessons, but I was always in like theater and school plays and stuff like that. And, so what is method acting? Like when you go to a method acting class, like what are you studying?
basically you study yourself. Everything is real. Everything comes from a real experience, and you draw. You put people in, the people you're acting with. You make them into people in your life. So you're talking to, you know, like if I was talking to an actor, I would actually be talking to Logan and using Logan. And how would I do that? I don't know. Maybe the actor has blue eyes, or, you know, maybe he has a tattoo I could focus on, you know. So there's ways to endow that person.
Okay.
So method
like going to a personal experience that has that emotional content that you're looking for, that you really experience, like a trauma or something that really happened in your life. Go there in your head and then put that into the scene, or put that into the person. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's even if, you know, you don't become an actor, it's the best therapy I've come across, you know, working through experiences and using them, and, you know, it's really great. I really enjoyed those classes.
Yeah. So you did theater in what part of Australia are you growing up in?
Well, I was doing that in the city of Sydney. I spent most of my life in DY, Australia, but I was actually born in California. So I have dual citizenship. Yes, I was grandfathered in.
Crazy.
Australia. Yeah.
So then from California, when do you emigrate to Australia?
I was about 13.
Oh, so you lived in California 14. That whole time prior to then?
Yeah, that's why I've got this weird, like, it's pretty American. I feel like a pretty American accent.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still got the Australia stuff pretty thick on there.
It's weird though. Only when I'm out here do people say that. And then when I'm in Australia, they're like, oh, you sound like a Yank. So I don't fit in anywhere.
Oh, you fit in. It's fine. No, that's interesting though. So you grew up in California. What part of LA? Like all in LA area?
No, San Clemente was where I spent. Well, I moved around a lot, to be honest. My parents got divorced when I was 6. And so I was in California, and then Tennessee, and then South Carolina, and then Utah, and then back to California, and then to Australia.
You really did travel around a lot. I did.
Yeah, I really did. It caused a lot of, I guess, issues with, you know, you feel like you're just getting used to friends and people in one place, and you get shipped to another place, and it's like a completely different culture. Like Tennessee to California, the kids are completely different. So I ended up, being a loner most of my life and being on my own. And then my guitar was sort of my friend. I spent a lot of my lunches either playing guitar or leaving school altogether to play guitar. And so that's sort of how I discovered metal, and the kids around it. Started with punk rock and went into metal.
I know what you're talking. My parents moved around a lot, and I know what you mean by that kind of that constant feeling of instability. Like you don't have a center. Like my wife also did. My Ginevra moved so many times. I mean, just a crazy amount. Not quite across the country and to different continents like you did, but that feeling of never having this like home, like you don't have a home. Like it's a hard thing to deal with. Yeah, it is. I know what you're talking about.
For a young child, it's a lot more difficult. I moved around the Bay Area quite a lot when I was young too. It was a little bit difficult, and then with the divorce and all that, it's kind of hard for a kid to, all of a sudden start over.
Were your parents about the same age when they divorced?
Mine?
Yeah.
I was 8 years old.
Pretty formative years for that kind of stuff.
It is. Yeah, I was old enough to know like it really traumatized me. It broke my heart. My parents got divorced. Really, it was heavy. It was really difficult. I probably still have residual kind of issues from it or whatever, but it's difficult for a kid.
Yeah, because you got to go back and forth. You're going back and forth with your parents, like going time with dad, time with mom. Are you doing that? Yeah. Is that what you're doing too? What's that?
My dad kind of just bailed. So.
Oh, really?
It took several years before I would even start to see him at all, like once in a while. So
you stayed with your mom then? You stayed with your mom?
I stayed with my mom the whole time. Yeah, until I was like 17, and then I lived with my dad for a minute, for like a year, the last year of my living at home years.
Right.
Yeah.
How was that?
When I went to live with my dad?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You're now was it? I was going to say, now you're like a punky teenager. You're like, I'm 17. I don't got to listen to you.
Dude, it was great because he didn't. I was like smoking weed, drinking beer, taking acid.
Oh my God.
Everything. It was great.
Jesus, man.
No discipline at all.
He didn't notice. Like,
do anything you want. I'm not going to be your parent.
So from my perspective, I was like, oh, this is cool, So, but yeah, whatever. A learning experience, learning process. Yeah.
I don't want to play psycho. I mean, I can tell for sure that's a very similar thing for me, like a constant feeling of, I'm adopted. So like, I never knew who my parents were. Like if people would ask me, every month someone would go, oh, so, does your family have a history of cancer? And like, I don't know, like there was just this, I don't know about my life. And in some ways, I think at the time it heavily affected me. Like it kind of fucked with me. And looking back on it, like, my parents, my family ended up being so fucking dysfunctional anyway. Like I look at and I'm kind of glad I'm adopted. I'm kind of glad that, like I just came in and not part of this whole mix. And I kind of became my own thing. And as a result of that, I feel like I don't know, like I just took a pride in it after a while. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like it made me who I was, and I wore it and I wear it like a badge of honor because, you get through, that's, a lot of times life is about that. Life is about the struggles that you survive and the things the obstacles that you get through and how those form you into the person that you are and into the, what you become. And so, in our case, how that played out in my family life, me and Ginevra have made every effort with our kids to just never move. Like we have tried to make, you know, and granted, my life is unstable in the fact that I go away for a year at a time, but then I'm home for a year writing and stuff like that. But like, as far as moving, like they've been in the same school, they've had the same friends, they've been in the same basic area. Like, so they didn't have this constant uprooting of their life. You know what I mean? And that was our way of fixing our baggage that we had.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Well, you turned out amazing.
Yeah, you know, I'm still all fucked up in here. You know, it comes up from time to time, and you just gotta, you know.
Well, that's where your great lyrics come from.
Right. Yeah. When sometimes it does. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's just bad. You know, my temper or whatever gets the best of me, and that's the part that I'm not happy about. And it's weird, you know, it's a funny thing because like when you're in a metal band, like everybody wants you to be mad all the time, like rah, like you're just fucking pissed at everything. And I'm like, I don't want to be pissed off at everything anymore. Like I'm 53, I'm going to be 54 this month. Like I don't like, at some point you need to find a balance between, you know, being the always angry guy that the world and society expects you to be, and just being content with being yourself, you know. I still struggle with that balance. I don't know if you do with that, you know, how you deal with that. But
I mean, that's why I love screaming. I love how I feel when I get off stage. I feel like I just let it all out on the stage, and maybe that's why I gravitated towards it as a teenager and wanted to scream in that mic, you know, just because when I was done, I was like, oh, I just want a cigarette, you know. Like, I don't smoke, but you know, that feeling. It feels really good. But so yeah, I think that's the thing. It's a lot of metal singers, like what they are on stage is completely contrast to how they are in reality. Like Joe from Gojira is like the most peaceful, amazing dude. And then on stage, he's a complete monster.
Yeah.
Totally.
I used to try to, what?
Go ahead.
I used to try to like be that persona like more all the time, like way back in the day. Machine Head really had that
totally
hard Oakland ghetto persona, and I sort of wore that uniform, I guess. Kind of. I mean, I hear stories about people telling me things that I did that I don't remember because I was maybe drunk or something, but that just don't sound like me at all. Like the real me is pretty fucking peaceful and, you know, zen, chill, like not angry. You know, I'm not like an angry or violent or any, you know.
Not at all.
I mean, on stage,
unless it's a hole in the street.
Oh fuck, dude! I fell in a fucking manhole the other day in downtown LA. Fucking
I felt like a full-on manhole.
It was like a super villain trapdoor opened up and got me out of nowhere when I was in. So we were coming out of this hotel, and I had an Uber come, and she had an Uber come, and we were going different ways for a minute. And there was, I didn't look down on the sidewalk, downtown LA, and like I had a carry-on suitcase with the wheels on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just walking with my suitcase, and the wheel somehow fit right in between the metal grate. It was a square manhole cover with a metal grate.
Okay.
And the wheels got stuck in there and my Uber's right here. So I pick my carry-on, my suitcase up and step forward at the same time. And when I picked the suitcase up, it carried the manhole cover with it.
Oh my God.
And in that same moment, I go and I disappear.
Holy
but
shit.
only one of my legs went down, and it went fucking all the way down, and it, like there was no bottom. I don't know how deep it was. I'm really lucky.
Shit.
My knee was like up to here because my left leg stayed out and totally hyperextended my leg. I mean, if I wasn't flexible and like fit, I probably would have ripped my tendons or something.
Right.
Boom. Yeah. And that was like, so I'm like, what the fuck? And I pop up out of there, and I'm just like,
dude, so I'm in my Uber in the front, and I turn around, and all I see are silhouettes of dreads going. He's like pointing at this hole. Like, what else? So he only freaks out at inanimate objects.
Well, yeah, I freaked out. And I'm looking at the Uber driver. She's looking at me out the window like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, did you see that?
It was a big event.
So I like put the cover back on, and I got in the thing, and like the driver was like, I thought you fucking broke your leg. I don't know what the fuck happened. It looks crazy.
I know, like no one's gonna expect you to fall down a manhole as you're getting into the Uber, right?
I don't know what was down there. I'm lucky.
You were
I'm just
pissed.
like, so I
You
was
were
pissed,
pissed.
but then immediately after I was like, holy shit, I'm super grateful that both of my legs didn't fall in, and I didn't fall because I don't know how deep it was.
I
And
know,
you've got
right?
that
Could have been-
flexibility.
It could, it could have been crocodiles down there or mutant fucking, I don't know what would have been down there, like, but it could have been 30
Tar
feet down.
pit, LA tar pit.
Yeah. Gone forever. So I was feeling lucky and grateful that I didn't.
Thank God for that.
Really
All
good.
that yoga you're doing. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I have that flexibility, and so I'm all recovered from it. But yeah, that was
So when you see him, I'm sure you're probably like, Lauren, you're like shocked at first and like, oh my God, what happened? But then do you just like crack up and burst into Larry? Or like,
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I wait till I make sure he's okay. But
yeah,
then,
we were laughing.
but then
about
I
it.
called him.
Yeah,
I called him up and I was like, ha ha ha, you fucking.
yeah. I was laughing about it too. It
Cartoon
kind of-
moment.
yeah, it was
Shit
it
happens
was crazy.
in cartoons like Wile E. Coyote or some shit.
Yeah.
right. Right. So
Boy,
tell-
we hey?
go ahead.
Oh, we wanted to show you the real ad mat.
Oh yeah.
Was it an ad mat? What do we call that? A promo
The
pic?
Deadlock promo.
Yeah, the one that Larry made for you. You
Was that
remember the one?
with me in the pink dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Logan sent that to me. That was awesome. That was
Oh yeah.
Just in case you want to screen share it real quick, you got.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, let's show that one.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, I don't know how to. I
Oh,
usually have my producer. My producer quit gas, so they're getting me a new producer, but like I keep on missing him, or he just doesn't show up. So I don't know how to screen share.
oh, they queue it all up for you.
They normally do it, but because he just like I don't know, he just got tired of gas for some reason and left. So Gas Digital is my company.
Oh yeah. They do Jamie
Podcast
Johnson.
company.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
I met those guys. Yeah, cool guys.
But yeah, but it was good. Though. It was. I can probably get them to insert it. I'll send it over to them. That was a good one.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's great. I sent it to our label. I was like, we have this one. We can run with this. And he was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, oh my God,
that was
that's
so
amazing.
good. That was prom night. That was on the Mayhem tour. That was prom night, and John Reese, who's basically the head honcho of Mayhem. It's him and me have the same birthday, so like we'd always have a joint birthday on that. So that was the last one, and it was like, all right, prom night's the theme, and I was like, oh fuck yes, it was classic. Because
You look so in your element.
we both didn't go shopping together. We both didn't tell each other what we were going to do, and we both showed up in salmon pink dresses.
No
with
way.
fucking, like, I mean, it was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, you look amazing. He's like, you look.
Dude.
And we just
Wow.
proceeded to get. I mean, they got a fucking Jaeger ice fucking luge, and like, oh my God, we were just annihilated. It was super.
That
fun.
eyeshadow.
I know. And then, what's the girls? The two girl that she dates Charlie Benante now. I'm totally brain farting on the band.
Butcher babies.
Butcher Babies, yes, Butcher Babies. Heidi and they did my makeup. The Butcher Babies girl did my.
Oh shit.
So I was like, I want to look like a pirate hooker. Just do it up
Pirate hooker.
to the T. And they killed it. They crushed it.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking so funny. It was a fun night. And I was smoking pretty heavily then, so it was just like, just get those shots and be like hammered cigarette
Yeah.
hanging out of my mouth. Like,
It's amazing.
it was a good time. You know what was funny too is like I've dressed up as a girl a couple of times for like Halloween and stuff like that. And you always hear girls talk about, dudes getting lechy or anything. You know what I'm talking about? Like dudes, you'd be at a bar and like dudes get lechy on a girl. And obviously being a man, I've never experienced that, but I can tell you
Oh,
that night I had so many, like at first it was kind of funny. Like I'd walk by and dudes would like smack my ass or grab my tits or like, whatever. And then after a while it was like, it just didn't end. Like 4 hours into the night and like dudes are like coming up and squeezing my buns and like, yeah. And like, I was like, all right already. Like I'm a dude under here. Like what the fuck?
oh no.
It was I don't know. I highly recommend it to any guy. Like, go dressed up as a girl for Halloween one night and see all of the douchiness that comes out of dudes.
Wow. got totally objectified.
It was weird. It was a weird phenomenon. I'd imagine that happens, maybe not with you because you're kind of a badass and like they see you and they're probably scared shitless of you, Lauren, but like, I mean, girls are like, that shit happens, right? Like that shit happens.
Yeah, it's happened. They get drunk and stuff. Like it only happened sort of in the very beginning, and then, as I said, like lately, I feel like it's gotten a lot better with all that. But in the beginning, like they would try to pick me up for photos and like kiss me on the cheek and stuff. But luckily, he's always been around for the bulk of that. So they he's scarier than I am.
Right. Were you in a band prior to meeting Logan?
No, I've only ever been in like side project garage bands. I've auditioned for many, mostly as a guitar player, and I guess
that's crazy. I don't like that you were like a shreddy guitar player.
No, I wouldn't say shreddy. I was actually not that good. Not that good at all. I
was going to say something, but I won't. But
no, say it.
Say it.
You were almost pretty good for
pretty good for a chick.
Yeah. I didn't say. But no, she wasn't bad. So, but Monte Conner sent me, somehow he got this video of her. I don't know who gave it to him, but Monte Conner, when he was at Roadrunner still, he sent me this. He's like, I saw this and thought of you, Logan, because I've done production deals and development projects with like new artists and helped them get signed. Monte's even signed some of the bands that I've done and like that. So he sent it over to me. And I took a meeting, and
it's crazy. Fresh off the boat from Australia, like 2014, was it? Like 2014. It's crazy. And then it just right away met him.
So you get off the boat from Australia, and you record a video of you playing metal guitar riffs, or like I was starting over. I got a tiny little studio near the Method Acting place, right near the place where I was doing the Eric Morris classes, right on Hauser in Wilshire. But I got a tiny little hole in the wall studio, no air conditioning. I had little money, but I went to Guitar Center. I got the cheapest guitar, the cheapest amp, and then a bunch of canvases and paints. And I was just like, I'm getting back to me. I'm getting back to myself now. And just started uploading crappy little videos onto YouTube
of riffs that you wrote, right?
Yeah,
it was our own riffs.
Original riffs. Yeah.
But riffs. I think what it was, and the reason why nothing ever took off, is I never looked the part. I would show up to these auditions in like a dress or like, wearing maybe pink or something, and I show up and these guys are like, they're just like, okay. I never looked the part. I don't have
to like a band audition. You'd show it to a band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were auditioning for bands out there.
Yeah. And so, and even in these videos, I think that was probably part of what was so weird about it, is I just look like I don't look like a metal chick, I guess. So I don't know. I guess that's why I was rejected a lot of the time.
But you had
I don't fit in anywhere.
You had your chops.
Yeah, I saw something.
Yeah.
I've done, as a producer, I've done a few hands-on like production deal, project development things, and had success with that a couple of times, putting a band together and helping them write songs, like together with Lucas Banker quite a lot, and getting them signed. And so Monte was aware of that. He signed the band Dom that Lucas and I developed.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so he thought of me about maybe doing some kind of production deal, developing, like he saw something too, I guess, in a raw talent kind of a thing. And so, yeah, that was, and I saw something, we got together, had a chemistry, and started writing some stuff together. And then immediately I was like, got her in the vocal booth. I wanted to hear her do vocals. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was like,
can you
scream?
That's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah. And so I just got her in there, and
she wasn't singing in the videos though.
No.
Or was she?
Just playing guitar.
Just playing guitar.
Okay. Yeah. And so she got in there and she starts growling, and it was kind of black metal style. It was kind of high pitched
back then. Yeah.
But it was powerful and loud, and it was like legit. So I was like, okay, you can do this. So let's work on it.
Yeah.
That's killer.
Yeah, and then Evolution, the next album, my balls dropped, and so I was listening to a lot of Lamb of God or something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that his last album really inspired me, and that's, I guess, somehow it helped me drop my voice, or I don't know what it was.
You just started getting a lower tone, more beefier tone, than the growling.
Yeah.
What were you starting over from?
Boy. So I lived a lot of my life trying to be something that I wasn't. I did. Oh boy, what am I allowed to tell you? It's like I'm such an open person, and I have to respect other people. You know what I mean? I have to respect the privacy of other people. But I was living my life like on a surface level. I was doing a lot of I was trying to do acting and modeling and stuff, and it was making me feel like a shell of a person. I felt like I had so much more to offer the world. And and I was in a relationship that didn't work out. And so there was that.
Is this in Australia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to leave. Australia will always be home to me. Sydney is home. Unfortunately, I can't get back right now. It's like, I haven't been able to come back. It's insane. They've reduced the I'm not trying to change the subject, but 50% they're reducing people. We can't get in, and then the flights, I guess it was on the news the other day, $40,000 for a flight economy to Australia.
Shit.
I think it's going to dip back down in a couple of months, but still it's just, and then also Sydney's in lockdown. So it's like, I should just, but anyway, so starting over. I've done that a lot in my life. I don't know. And maybe that's why there isn't so much on the internet. I've sort of been low key. I haven't had a big social media. I've never been big on social media. I've never like MySpace or anything like that. In fact, when I was doing a lot of the modeling and acting gigs, when I saw it shifting into when you're trying to book a gig, show us how many followers you have in order to book this gig. That's when I was like, all right, this is not for me. This is so yeah, I came here and I was like, I need to listen to my heart and get back to creativity. And that's why I got the guitar and the canvases, and I started going to the very therapeutic acting classes, and here I am. It worked out. I am so in love with what I do. I am so in love with it. I am so happy that I can go on stage and I can scream. It's something I've always wanted since I was very young, so lucky. And it's because I listened to myself and I said, what I'm doing over here, I love Australia. I love everything I'm doing here, but I'm not happy, because I felt like there was a huge chunk of me missing and I was ignoring it for too long. And it was definitely art. And I'm going to meander on for too long now. I'm going to keep going. Somebody stop me.
No, keep going. That was all great shit. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that's great that you had, such a positive experience. I mean, what a crazy life, right? What a crazy chain of events. You never know what your life's going to do. You take this step into the darkness, you're going from Australia to California. I'm going to take method acting, and then you start putting up videos, and then now you're hanging with Logan. And it's just, that's a wild chain of events there.
Yeah. Just meeting him right off the bat. That was insane. I didn't even know who Monte Conner was when I was like, who, what just happened? I didn't know who he was, to be honest. And when he was telling me
I was
Machine
like,
Head
wow.
and stuff,
You're like,
I didn't want to
metal.
Well, I'm one of those people, I know of the bands and I know of the music, but I don't go out of my way to look up photos or look up the names of people. So when he told me all that, I was actually afraid to look it up because I didn't want to be nervous in his studio. But yeah, so
right.
Yeah, this is just crazy. And I was like, do I deserve this? There's so many people who would just die, to be in this position. And I didn't even know who Monty are you.
I mean, in some ways that's probably worked out better. You know what I mean? You didn't have this preconception about what it would be or who he would be or his past reputation or his current reputation, or Logan's kind of gone through a couple of reputations. Yes. He was the wild Oakland, dude for a while. Then he was kind of crazy lost in the wilderness Logan, and then he became like Zen Logan, which is the current Logan that I really like. This Logan.
He's sober now, 100% sober.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
This
time it's different.
This time it's different.
I mean, you know me.
This is like sobriety number 17 or something, right?
Well, my life's been like a series of waves of sobriety and self-destruction, and up and down like a yo-yo fucking my whole life. And I did 4 years of full sobriety, in the early 2000s. Totally. No, I remember. And then like what I realized recently is like I can't do moderation. I don't have my DNA, my operating system. It doesn't do moderation. It's like all or nothing, And I finally realized that, and I accepted it, and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Maybe it's because of karma. It's like, it's not a disease. I don't think like addiction and self-destruction like is a disease. I think that it's circumstantial. I think that maybe there's some karmic thing that I have to go through. I have to learn this, and that's what I realized this time. Like, it's like the boss fight of my life. This is like, if I don't face this and finally stop doing the waves of sobriety and self-destruction and stop being in denial about the fact that I can't do moderation like a lot of people can, if I don't stand up and face that and win like this, then I'm gonna lose big. Like I'm gonna end up dead. Like there's a lot of times I shouldn't have woke up. I'm surprised I even woke up the next day after that I put in my body.
I mean, dude.
Like, so I'm lucky to be alive. I'm grateful that I'm still here, and it's not too late. And so that's a big thing for me to finally like see things from that point of view and actually do that and go on this road. It feels really good. Like, I think just realizing that I can't do moderation, and that's okay, and if it's a big thing. Like, it's like a video game, it's like,
there has been many times in my life when I did not think, I remember going into your bunk sometimes and just checking to see if you were alive. Dude. Like on the More Things Change. Because I was like, I don't know how much Logan's told you about his last, 6 months in Machine Head, but fucking hell.
I love the stories, but
yeah, but, they're good to hear about, right? They're not so good to live, but they're good to hear about. Like, they make great stories now.
Maybe we're not thinking of the same one.
He was doing, a bottle of alcohol, a bottle of wine, cocaine, 18 Valium a day. 18 fucking Valium a day. Weed from the waking up in the middle of the night to smoke weed and then going back to sleep. Like smoking so much. The bus was just a giant tube of cigarette and weed smoke. There was one point when I think it was the day that you quit, but I got to tell this story just because it's like, I tell this story so much because it makes me laugh so fucking hard. But he was just like, after all of this residual drug use and 18 Valium a day, like his fucking mind, he's just like, I've got 33 eyeballs tattooed all over my body and I can see out of every one of them.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I was just like, he's sitting across from me at this diner and I'm just like, okay, dude. Like,
sounds on par with what I heard the story you told me.
Yeah. Definitely.
Also me.
So,
damn.
But, but then and then I heard you got sober and I was just like, fuck, that's so great. I'm like I was fucking almost relieved. I was just like, Jesus. Cause it just, I heard, even after you quit, I heard many stories about how it continued. And, I just, even though I may have been mad at you, like I didn't want you to die. You know what I mean? Like I wanted you to live. I wasn't wishing death upon you because of what you did. And it's like, fucking, when you finally did, I know you've fallen off a couple of times. I mean, do you feel like during the Burn My Eyes tour that it got, because in my eyes, just stepping back a little bit, like you kind of started off pretty sober, pretty, we might have had a glass of wine after shows or whatever, but we weren't really like, we'd rage here and there. But like, as it went on, it felt like, Chris kind of went off the deep end. Do you feel like you went off the deep end?
It started to get wild. It started to get a little bit wild, and at least like, listen, and you can say this, there's no excuses. It's like, it's still the same shit. It's still the same thing that I'm dealing with. But, there was a lot of days off on that tour. So I would at least really let loose when there was a day off. The next day to be fucking just hungover.
Right.
And,
same here.
Which was a waste of a beautiful day off. When I think about it, it was stupid. But, but yeah, I started doing what I do. That's what I do. I don't know how to fucking have 2 drinks or 3 drinks. I have 17 drinks and an 8-ball of cocaine and a fucking handful of Molly. And what else do you have? Like I don't want to stop. That's just how I am, and that's okay. I've learned that about myself. I forgive myself for having that, but I'm aware of it and I know it. So like I can't. So I have to, and I can be around people. I watched Chris, and I learned something from him because he stopped drinking on the U.S. tour. Remember that? Yeah,
remember he had the giant melt.
He did
kind of a blowout, like a cocaine, alcohol, crying. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was with him.
You were great with him. I didn't have the patience to do that, but you really did, and I was grateful that you were there for him, and even to do that. That was great of you.
Yeah.
You kind of talked him off.
Yeah, I loved the guy. Yeah, that was a rager. But then he was like, I'm done. But then he's like hanging out with us the rest of the tour, and people were back to drinking and having fun and being silly and crazy. And I'm looking over at him one night. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not drinking and you're here having fun and laughing and like having a good time, hanging out, not drinking. I'm like, how do you do that? He's like, I don't know. I'm just happy. I love you guys. I'm fucking happy and I can do this. This is, and I was like, that's amazing. I'm like, he can do that. I can do that. It can be done. And it's like, I have to realize too, because I'm in the music business and I can't like hide from the all night party, the open bar fucking vibe. That's part of it's part of the job. Yeah. So I don't want to hate on it, and I want to be around it. And I don't hate on it, and I can be around it. And I know it's going to come for me and try to get me, because it's already has since I've been sober now like 100 days. I even quit nicotine. So I quit vaping a while ago. Then I quit the nicotine.
No
gum.
Vaping, yay!
I know. I was vaping more than I was breathing.
Like, oh my god,
dude! See, yeah, I don't know. I have this.
I'm not going to hate on vapors, but goddamn, it's annoying.
Yeah, so I caffeine. That's all I do. I still do caffeine.
Right on.
Not gonna quit. I need it. I love
juice. Lots of juice.
And juice. Yeah. That's not bad though. Yeah. You got to have one twice.
Yeah.
Or 2. Juice. Or 2. Or maybe 3.
Wellness shots on me, bro.
Oxygen shots.
Yeah.
Let's go to the oxygen bar. You guys are healthy as fuck. I bet you do go to the oxygen bar.
Nah. Actually, I do oxygen deprivation in my meditation. That's like
okay.
Hypoxia, intermittent hypoxia, where you do rhythmic breathing and then you stop breathing and you hold no breath and you deplete the oxygen in your bloodstream.
I do that naturally with anxiety.
Okay. Right. No, I put the thing on my finger, the oxygen level.
Okay, gotcha.
47% or in the 40s. And this like creates, I started doing this when I started meditating without knowing what it was. I felt it, and you get into the state like that super balanced and perfect balance, total stillness and full conscious relaxation and then something happens. And I didn't know it, but I was doing it. And then I found a protocol that teaches it and has the science behind it. And I learned what intermittent hypoxia is and how it's really helpful to make your cells regenerate new stem cells and just heal your body. Yeah, it shocks. I think it shocks the system because it's like there's no. It's like, where's our oxygen? Like all the cells just start like standing up, like fight or something, fight or flight. I don't know if it's how it works exactly, but yeah, it's proven to be really good for self-healing and in your body and your brain too. So.
When do you guys get together after you start working together?
Well, it was pretty simultaneous. Like like a few weeks or a month.
Okay, so you start working together, you start making music together, it's chemistry, and next thing you know,
Creative chemistry.
creative chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Who makes the first move? He does. He does. What's his?
Yeah, you were
Does he have like a? Does he have like a pickup line that he throws at you?
Oh,
Like, hey,
again,
base.
stuff I'm not allowed to say, but I want to say it's so.
well, you can totally say
Oh my
it.
god,
It's no fucking
It
regret.
wasn't a-
You can totally say
it was a pickup movement. I don't know what to say.
What, first base was a hug and second base was a. No.
Come on now. You gotta say it.
Oi,
After all that
he's
build-up,
done it
you
on-
gotta
he
say
done
what
the
it is.
same. He did the same shit on tour with the Machine Head. He did the same. with the girls.
I'm getting embarrassed now.
No, okay, yeah. It's not. Basically, he made the first move.
What's the move? What's the move? How does he make his move on you?
This move could get you thrown in jail. It could get you canceled, but I took a chance.
I actually rejected that movement. I didn't reject it. I said very.
What was the move?
Interesting.
What
I
was
said
the
very
move?
interesting, but no. And but we continued the. We'll tell you the move in person.
Okay.
Um,
Good for you, though.
You're
Good for
turning
you,
red.
Hart.
He's red. But no, he was very flirty with the texts, and it was a little bit of a weird thing for me.
There was a mutual.
Oh, it wasn't an in-person move. It was a text.
No, that was in person.
There was some in-person moves, but then the flirting continued on text.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then you turn him down. You turn him down.
Well, not really.
I turned down that very strong movement.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't. There was a display. It wasn't. I wasn't telling you.
Yes, it was like a peacock displaying his feathers.
Like you whipped out your
And
cock.
And I said very
Yeah.
nice feathers, but no.
But not today. Tomorrow.
No, I didn't. Not tomorrow.
2 days.
It wasn't too.
Oh yeah.
No, we were in a very interesting situation.
Later that
then.
week.
You
Where
like
are
the big
you
show.
guys at?
He's used to getting his way.
Set the scene
Eh?
for me. Where are you guys at when this peacocking display happens?
We're in my studio, in my control room.
In his
Okay.
control room.
And he's shirtless even though it's
No, did you have a shirt? No, you had a shirt
I
on.
had a shirt on.
Yeah, you were sick that day.
it's like a cold February, 35 degrees, and he's shirtless. Like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we really kind of fell in love quickly, and it was amazing, and that was 7 years ago now. So
Yep.
it's pretty amazing, So
When's do you guys celebrate your getting together anniversary?
Kinda. It's right around, what is it? May. It's like around Cinco de Mayo. Is basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. You don't celebrate it though?
Like not. We have a couple times, but
Every day. We celebrate every day.
Yeah. I mean, we acknowledge it, but it's not like a big social media event.
No. Yeah, I don't that. I just amongst go out to dinner or
Well, yeah. I mean, we went to that lake resort.
Yeah.
And that was nice, and and then
Yeah.
But it's pretty, it's really not an easy thing to do a relationship and a professional business together, especially a metal band. And so
yeah. I would imagine it's got its challenges. Like there's
a lot of
business,
challenges.
love, finances, all kind of tied into one.
Yeah, it's a lot, and we've been through some shit that's like heavy shit, up and down, up and down, and we're in a really good strong place, and we've been through.
We had to hit bottom, and then
we hit some bottoms, and like
the band or you two personally.
Just personally, mostly, yeah. I mean, the band kind of plays a role in it. And it's all tied into it too, so it's really complicated. But we're in really, really good, strong place, and I feel really proud of it because it's really not easy to do, And we did it, and we're doing it. and I don't think anything can fuck us up at this point. Really, I don't.
Yeah, we learned how to overcome a lot of obstacles through it.
Yeah, we've learned each other. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine it's tough in the sense that you can't really ever get away from each other. You know, like you're in a band and you're on tour and you're recording, you're creating, and then you also live together.
Yeah.
You know, like as much as I love Ginevra, I do feel that the fact that I go away makes our relationship better in some ways because we get a break.
Yes.
You know, she gets to be her own, and she's very super independent. You know, so she gets to do her thing, and then I come back, and then we're together, and we have a life.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's really healthy to miss your lover. You know, so we've had the luxury of she went on tour with Camelot. She was guest vocal for Camelot. She did like a whole world tour cycle with them. So she was gone for a month or two at a time over that. And then I did some Machine Head stuff with you. And I think that's healthy for us. And we'll probably do other projects like that keep us away. And so we don't have to be 365 days a year in, you know, the same space.
Right.
I think that's important to have time apart and miss someone you love, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of reignites things, you know.
I do think that you guys have a really good relationship, though. You know, like instantly, like Logan becomes kind of like a happier person when you're around. You know, like I see it. He becomes like a kid. You know what I mean? Like he's like just happy to look at you, and you guys have a super funny, you know, relationship with each other. So that you guys bring that out in each other. So I definitely think that you guys are, you know, on the right, whatever you're doing on the right track. It's awesome.
He's my cheesecake eating motherfucker.
I almost opened with that. Like, what's up, you cheesecake eating motherfuckers?
Your fans thought it was a Machine Head song. I saw again, people not reading the description. They're just like, that's
right.
And you put it on
It's like,
YouTube.
what's Rob doing writing this cheesecake song? What? Fucking.
Not all the fans. Just I saw a couple of comments.
It was good. That was amazing. That was super funny. That was great. For all you don't know, yeah, we put up all kinds of inside jokes up on the Machine Head socials, and Lauren did a really good one. I think it was off of a Facebook Live, right, or something like that I did.
I collected, a lot of your Facebook Live, and I think a couple of Instagram ones you did, and we made a rap out of it.
You did. You made a rap out of it, and the one was about me telling the story about how I was eating Ginevra's pussy, but I kept on using innuendo of like eating your cheesecake because she had made me cheesecake or something. It was good. It was fucking so good. I totally was not expecting that. I was like, this is genius. Yeah. No, good for you guys, man. What's that?
I just wanted to back up. I always get these thoughts like I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I should have said that. And maybe it's not important, but I kind of want to say it anyway because people have asked me about it. I've been asked, why in the beginning of Once Human, why I'm not wearing any makeup and why I'm like dressed down and all this stuff. And I think that like trying to get back to myself, I didn't want to wear any masks, like coming from that modeling acting world. I just really wanted to be raw and real with it. And I think that was really important for me to just sort of show like, just myself, And, I don't know why I had to say that.
That's tough for girls, man. That's a tough thing.
Yeah.
To do.
And it was tough for me to put it back on. Like, we were doing shoots and the photographer and you like often suggested like wear a dress. And I was afraid. I was really afraid of showing like any kind of femininity or any kind of like trying to look a certain way. And I became okay with it over eventually, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I had like this fear of like showing any kind of like I'm trying.
Yeah, it's understandable though. You wanted to separate yourself from it and establish.
I didn't want people to look at the music. I wanted people to hear the music.
Yeah, but then you got to find the balance. And something you told me is that people listen with their eyes, so it's got to be like a balance, in the presentation.
Yeah, but now, I don't know why I had to say that. You can cut it out.
There's nothing.
It's an afterthought.
No, that's all good. I mean, I think that's, I think that most dudes can't put themselves into a woman's shoes. That
Unless you're Robb Flynn in a pink dress.
There's an expectation. there's an expectation that women need to have their hair done and have their nails done and have their makeup done if they're going to do this or do that. And yeah, stripping all that back and going in public and doing photos without makeup. Yeah, that's pretty unheard of for girls. Like it's just, it's just expected. And, I totally understand why you would do that. It's cool.
I had to rebel against myself and everything that I was doing. I just was just like, fuck it. This is who I am now.
Yeah, but it's even like rebelling against like what society expects too. Like society expects you're fronting a band. You should be buttered up in makeup and, hair and everything, and to some degree that's all bands. And look, I can dress up like a girl. So I know the importance of dressing up in a photo shoot, but yeah, that takes a lot of balls because I can go up there with no makeup and no one's going to really care. Like they're not, I can go up with shitty hair and just pour a bunch of water on my head and most people aren't going to fucking blink an eye. They're going to be like, cool, metal, but with you, with any woman who's certainly a front woman in a metal band, there is that expectation, right? Yeah. It's different for a woman. It's not the same. It's not the same standard that a dude is held to. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sounds to me like what you're like, I'm just going to go up there like a fucking dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was wearing shirts, like torn up shirts from Walmart. And yeah, but, I guess I had to do that at the time. And yeah, I've grown from that and learned from that. And here we are. But and then here I am in a video with Mr. Robb Flynn and Logan together. That was so cool. I love how it just came full circle, like you guys in the band and then in Machine Head and then you in our band. It felt like a family,
Yeah, that was a fun video shoot, man. That was awesome. It was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
It was just like a killer energy and just like fucking, it was such a hyped up song. I was like, fuck yeah, like fucking, you can just bang to it and rage, and it was a good time.
Yeah, I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What, I read that your record isn't, or I was just talking to Munzie, and Munzie was telling me that the record's dropping like next year or something. I was surprised. I thought it was coming out pretty soon for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but I just thought that.
So our label wanted us to put the album out next year because they wanted to make sure that the end of the world was going to be over and that we could actually be on tour, just to be sure and pad it at that time. Not obviously put it out in the end of this year because November, December, like not a good time to put a record out. Or even October, it's like they're going to forget about it in January. It'll be dead. So they're like early 2022. And I was like, okay, but we've been so inactive for so long. We got to put songs out. We've got singles done. We've got videos done. We got to start dropping content. And so I was like, we'll just do a really long setup. I don't care if it's 7 months or whatever. Like we're going to start we have to put content out. It's like, we're not going to be able to make noise and get opportunities to go on tour if we're still like, the last thing we put out was years ago. We got like, people forgot about us. We have to show that we're back. So they were like, okay, we'll do it. And so they
Killer.
Said, yeah, so we put Deadlock out July 1st, and then we're going to put another one out in a couple months, and we have 5 videos done now. So.
Holy shit! Wow, that's awesome.
More coming. Yeah, we luckily have a tour, and
well, it's not announced, but we should be able to go on tour soon, and
that'll line up with the second single.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad we both like put our feet down and fought for that with the label. They like to do a 3 to 4 month setup, and so
sure.
they wouldn't have wanted to start dropping us on until like the end of the year or something. Yeah, and it's like, bro.
Yeah, we held on to the album for a while too before that, but
yep.
Yeah.
So
you should
guys
have a shirt in the mail, by the way.
I just got it actually. I just saw it this morning. Yeah,
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's killer too. It's all one of those Bella. I love those Bella shirts. Those are awesome.
Yeah,
brand. Yeah, they're fucking killer. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm stoked. So you got so is there a release date? Is that all still up in the air? Or?
Yeah, February 11th.
Okay, February 11th, 2022. Yeah, Once Human, album title is
Scar Weaver.
Scar Weaver. That's right. Scar Weaver.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What's the opening track?
Eidolon.
What's it called?
It's called Eidolon.
Eidolon?
Yeah.
Let me say that right.
Eidolon.
Okay. What's that?
What does that word mean?
It's like this. It's a word that I discovered. The line is the cloak of Eidolon laid over the pain of life, and I'm pretty sure Eidolon is like a facade or a fantasy type of being, and just worked well with the lyrics.
Okay.
But yeah, it's might have to look it up again, but yeah, it's like I'm so in the moment in the song, and then when I write the next one I kind of forget about the last song. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a being that has a lot of mystical things about him.
The last thing that I
I have
watched.
to look it up. You know what, I'm really sorry, I'm gonna look this shit up. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, maybe
Go on, though. What were you saying, Rob?
No. We got to wait for this now.
Okay.
we got to wait for Eidolon.
Eidolon,
Go to the Eidolon wiki.
an idealized person or thing, as a phantom. So I was
Okay.
Yeah.
damn it, I was right. I was right about my own fucking lyrics. Yeah. yeah, it's called Eidolon, and we're actually getting a video made for that. And
Yeah, it's like that's one of the 5 videos, but it's not edited all the way, but it's filmed. It's done.
That's cool, man. 5 videos. That's a lot, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
mean, one of them is a
CDs. You're doing CDs, vinyls, all that stuff.
Yeah, we got vinyls in the bundles and CDs, and we'll be launching the pre-order bundles.
next single.
Yeah, when the next single comes out, we have full pre-order bundles going up, so that'll be around September, I think. So got all that going on. We're in a good place. We've worked pretty hard, like, to get to where we're at right now, but now we have, like, I was the manager before this too. Now we have a manager. We have
Des is managing you, right?
Yeah, Des.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he brought us.
Shout out to Des.
Yo, Des. Yeah, he's amazing. He brought us this great booking agent, Justin Hirschman, who's amazing, and so he's got a good relationship with Justin. That's really important. A manager-agent relationship is like everything, and good agent over for international as well now. So these are things we didn't have before, and I can see a lot getting done because of it, and yeah, it opens up a lot of doors for us and allows us to get opportunities that wouldn't have been available to us otherwise. So feels good.
Are you guys going to do the Strapping Young Lad cover?
It's
live?
on there.
Is it?
Oh,
on the
live.
record?
Max, I asked Max, and he's like, dude, I can't fucking play that shit live. Like, he even showed in the video, like, how many takes it took to do the lead.
That video. So that was the last thing I watched before I came in here to do this podcast, was that fucking video. Oh my God. That you were totally channeling your method acting for that, because that was fucking awesome.
Thank you.
And Larry
Larry
does
at the
that
end with the
impersonating
fucking-
Devin.
The bald mullet. I was like, oh my God. And that's Devin dancing, right? Is that Devin dancing in there?
Yeah.
Like, for real? Did you
Yeah,
go
real
we
Devin
got
footage?
his permission. We got his permission to use that, because I did find that on the internet.
Oh, that was from something
him on a
else. Okay,
green
gotcha.
screen. I was like, oh, this is
He was doing
perfect.
that, on a green screen. That silly dance. Yeah, I was like made for it.
But
So,
yeah, he liked it, so go for it.
he gave his blessings on that one.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God,
He
that
knew
was
it.
so fucking funny. That between that and the aliens and Larry, I was like, I was
Yeah.
fucking dying. It was a really good video.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so she produced
Coke
it.
bottle whammy bar.
Yeah.
Did you see Kassar ass?
What's
Oh,
that?
did you
Is
see
Dino in there?
The Dino Casaras Larry? It's like an infomercial. That's one of the best Larrys ever.
Oh, is it? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you got to see that Casaras.
Okay,
Yeah,
Casaras.
Oh,
Is
it's
that on
amazing.
your? That's on your Instagram, or that's on? Does Larry have an Instagram?
Yeah.
Larry had a
Hey,
Snapchat
Logan
or something,
Larry.
right?
Huh?
Larry had a Snapchat or something, right? Was that what I? Do I remember?
No, that's where I get the filter, but it's Hey Logan Larry Instagram. I think I put it on the Once Human YouTube, which I probably should make his own YouTube, because it's getting everything a little messed up. But Yeah. But yeah, and then it's on my Instagram. But yeah, that one is
That's
good.
That was fucking.
Good,
I'll check
method
that out.
Yeah.
For all the women who get their booty stared at the gym and want to be left alone in peace. This is for you.
Yeah. It's a product. Product commercial.
Casaras. Awesome. Well, guys, it's been awesome having you on here. Been great chatting with you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely wish you the best for the new album, Scar Weaver. That's a heavy title. I like that.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks,
good.
man.
Yeah, you guys are gonna do well with this. Can't wait to see what happens.
We're excited, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and congrats on your last single. It was fucking heavy, dude. Heavy
Thank you.
shit.
Thank
oh
you.
My God.
Yeah, very
Can't
juiced.
wait to see the mosh pit on that one.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fucking chaos.
Yeah,
Because
because
it's just like,
Thank you.
Firestorm.
Right on, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, right there. That was Lauren, Logan, and a little bit of Larry here and there. Here on No Fucking Regrets.
No fucking regrets!
With Robb Flynn.